Alright, starting today, doing our first episode, Ben's podcasting crew without the crew. It's just me. Doing an audio podcast this time because it's a little weird without the gang here. And plus, I don't want to just see myself on camera. I feel like me being the awkward person that I am, I think that would be absolutely weird, editing and then just looking at myself. So yeah, podcasts, we do the do. Many people have been asking me, Ben, where have the podcasts been lately? And to answer that question, I have no idea. Just being completely honest with you here right now, just been feeling uninspired as of late. Just haven't felt the what's the word I'm looking for? Just haven't felt the desire to record anything just because got a lot of stuff going on, behind the scenes. Not like we got a lot of big scenes going on here, but just in my own personal daily life, as everyone does. Got your own trials and tribulations. But yeah, man, just not feeling super inspired to come out here and make content. And I mean, shout out to all the people who still follow the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. That means a lot to me. It's just I don't want to put anything that's bad out there. Like, I'm a very prideful person. I take pride in like the way that I present myself and the way that I work and the way that I show work of myself. So I just didn't feel like I would give a good enough product out there that would deserve meet my own standards for you. I didn't feel like it would be right to you to put out just a bad podcast. So yeah, that's why the podcasts have been a little lacking. Haven't been there the whole time. But I'm in my house. Quarantine as so if you aren't alive, or you're a child, or you have just woken up from coma. As you know, COVID-19 has been canceling everything. Everything's canceled. Sports canceled. School canceled. Everything is just canceled. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of nothing while in quarantine, and might I say, it's been one of my favorite times because I don't have anything to do. There's nothing that I have to worry about other than got a official visit. Well, I wouldn't call it an official visit, but I have a visit to a college that I'm going to tomorrow. It's a virtual visit. It's gonna live stream. I'm basically watching someone walk around a campus. But it's for basketball. Anybody who knows me knows that I do love basketball. I love sports in general. That's why I started this podcast to talk about sports and as other things. I'm not only sports, but I do love sports. It's my main squeeze. And so yeah, that's what I'm gearing up for. Trying to find a job as well. I am a teenager. I do need money. So yeah, man, I'm just here. I'm making this podcast. I'm really just talking, and please keep watching if you love to hear me talk. If you want to have conversations, please just hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that good jazz. I'm gonna try to figure out how to put that in the description of this video. But yeah, I'd love to have conversations with you. I love talking. But yeah, man, this is really just a wild time, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like, oh, it's the virus because it's an election year, and you have some type of argument there. Like, if you make that argument, I can see that side of the argument, but whenever there's been a virus that has just like stopped everything. Well, not everything, because nothing has been like this as far as I've been alive. Well, and there's been a virus, like, okay, people blow it out of proportions, but it doesn't stop everything. But right now, COVID-19 is canceling everything. Like, I can't go to school. Kids can't go to school. I mean, I have the opportunity to go to school on April 15th. I mean, I'm not like throwing a celebration for it or anything, but I mean, that is something that I get to do. And I say that because I'm personally not a big fan of school. I mean, I do well, I get good grades, right? But some people enjoy it. It's like they like seeing their friends. They enjoy the experience with people, and they've always wanted that experience of walking across the stage, their senior year, graduating. And for me personally, that's never been something that I've strived for, just because from kindergarten all the way to senior year, right? It's basically been a requirement. It's basically been something like, hey, you're in school. This is what you're gonna do, and you're going to finish it. Kindergarten through 12th grade, and I mean, it's required, and so it's always felt like a requirement. Now, if I was a college senior, of course I would be upset. I'd be devastated, because first off, college, that's a lot of freaking money, man. I don't know if you guys know this. Most of you do if you're seniors like me. College costs a lot of money. I mean, tons and tons of money. If you're an older person and you're listening to this, dude, college is expensive, all right? It's not, you don't just go to college on a whim, right? You might. I mean, there are some people who are just like, I want the college experience. No. Dude, most people who go to college are going to college to get somewhere, to do something, to make something of themselves. So, I mean, dude, if I was a senior, I would put all that money into the school, into learning, into finding a career for myself, right? I want the accomplishment of, walking across that stage on graduation. So that's why if I feel I sympathize more with the college students instead of high school students, because high schoolers still have a chance to go on, and obviously those same rules apply to kids in high school who aren't going to college. Like, I do sympathize with those people who are just like, this is my last stop at school. Like, I'm not graduating anywhere else. So it's like, I understand all the levels of it. Just me personally, high school is not the last stepping stone for me. So I'm just like, dude, if they cancel my graduation, alright, don't really care. If they cancel my senior trip, I'm alright. I just need the money back. Yeah, I mean, dude, who wouldn't? It's like I don't know, it's like $150, $250. I mean, it's a good, decent worth size of money, right? So I mean, like, hey, I can put that towards something. I can buy a new computer, buy a new phone, buy something. Save it. I am trying to go to college. Need money. I need money. But yeah, man. I mean, there's just so much, and like there are plenty of athletes, spring athletes, that are just devastated. I have no idea what's going on over there. I don't know if you heard that. You probably did. That's not even in my room, so I don't know what that bang was, but for the back to what I was talking about, the spring athletes. I mean, it's difficult, but this is my point of thinking. Obviously, you don't have to care about my point of thinking at all. Nobody does, not even me. But if I did spring athletics, I don't think I would be too upset, because I hope to play in college, and that is the ultimate goal. Go play sports in college, and there are some kids out there who have scholarships, who have like those guarantees, and I feel like if you're one of those people, then you should be alright. Of course, you'd like to go out on your senior season, right, and at least like have a good try at it. Take your best shot at your senior season. But for me personally, if I was someone who was committed to college, going to play sports, I would 100% just be like, all right, I'm just gonna go play in college. Like, peace out, high school. I'd check all my boxes and then I'd get out of there. But that's just me personally. Some people feel strongly about it, and I mean, I'm 100% with you. Some people are just like, hey, this, like, high school is my jam. And I mean, I've enjoyed high school at some points, right? And I mean, a bunch of people have told me like you'd enjoy high school more if you had more school spirit, and I can kind of see that, but I mean, about to get just a tad bit real here, for a second. I try not to have a persona when I am talking to you people because it's just me talking. Who cares? I'm not looking at your face. I'm actually looking at my busted iPad that I dropped on the floor the other day. But I haven't really been able to enjoy high school. If you don't know, I moved to Florida. That's where I live. I live in the state of Florida. I moved here about 8th grade year, and I mean, it was not my best experience. I never enjoyed it. I didn't want to do it. I just didn't enjoy the idea. I grew up with the people that I grew up with, and I didn't want to leave them. I don't really think I was ready to leave them, just because those like kids I grew up with. We've been through a lot together, some trials, some tribulations. So I just wanted to experience high school with them. And I felt like I would have enjoyed it more. But yeah, ever since I've moved here, it's basically just been just get through it as fast as you can. Just do it, just get through it. Try to survive, and of course that doesn't work. You can't detach yourself from the human aspect of life. So I had ran into people, met some great people along the way. I really did. I made some good friends here, some people that I really do enjoy, and I also met the people who kind of proved my point right. Kind of just like shouldn't have moved here, but that's in the past. You have no idea what could have happened. If I would have stayed in Kansas, who knows what I'd be doing right now. If I didn't move to Florida, there's like what's it called, butterfly effect, right? Where you make one decision and that branches off like 50, 70 different other decisions that could have been made. And if you would have went this way, you could have made 70 other different things happen. It's what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's difficult to just really explain. I mean, most people on an average basis move, and the older you get, the harder it gets, just because, kids got their own circle, and people like their circle. They like security. So, I mean, when you have that, when you're leaving that, it's hard. And then when you have that security, it's hard to let people in because you don't know them. You didn't grow up with them. You don't trust them in a certain way, I've always felt like the people that I have, made bonds with, right? It's like I'm in the circle, but like at an arm's length away, which, I mean, during this crisis, that's a great thing, appreciate you guys not getting me sick. But just at an arm's length, and that's just like that. It's easier to detach from that, but I'm a supportive person. I see people, and I'm just like I see people struggling, and I just be like, yo, how can I help you? Even if you have wronged me in so many ways, if you've been disrespectful, well, not really. Like, I don't like disrespect, but like, if you're constantly disrespecting me, like it's an everyday thing, and then one day, you're you broke your phone. I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna be like, aha, you got your comeuppance. I'm gonna be like, that's what you get. That's called karma. But like, if you don't bother me and I don't bother you, if I, because everything's on social media. So many of you guys post things on social media that you absolutely shouldn't. I mean, it's just it's just your own life you're putting out there, and I mean, good for you. I mean, if you're one of those people, I can't do it just because I'm kind of being a hypocrite because I am going to put this online, and it's me talking about me. But I don't know, like posting on Instagram or Snapchat, or just like letting people know that you're like crying out and that you're going through a trial or ordeal. I don't enjoy that. I don't like seeing that. One, just because I don't like seeing people going through this type of things. I always try to help. But two, if you have the ability to post something like that, and to post how you're feeling, how upset you are, right? I feel like you can take that energy towards somewhere else and maybe talk through it with someone, or maybe, figure it out, try to be happy and be positive. That's what we're trying to do here. That's how I think people should live their lives. There's no reason you should be upset, you should be sad all the time, just because, there's so much more things to life that you can offer, that people can offer. So, I 100%, I would ask that you, if you're out there and if you get upset, your first thing is to post it on social media. I would try to find a friend or someone that you trust. It doesn't have to be an adult. It doesn't have to be your best friend. It just has to be somebody you can trust that will listen to what you're saying. And instead of posting about how you're feeling on social media, talk about it with someone, or do what I'm doing. Start a podcast, talk about things. Just talk. Get it out there. There's so many things that you can talk about just to the void, and it's out there. It's not in you. You're not holding it in anymore. And I feel like that's good for the human person. Just to get it out there. Man, that's a conversation. Am I a physical therapist? No, absolutely not. I can recommend what I would do, but I'm not the best person to talk about these things, just because I only go from my own experiences. So like, if you're going off of something that you experienced, right? If it's like completely different, if it's like way out of left field, like you broke your legs, like I would have no idea what to tell you, because like, if I broke my legs, well, my knee-jerk reaction would be like, all right, well, I guess I'm just laying in bed for the next 8 months, right? Or like going to physical therapy, and that's about it. But like, there are some people out there who are just like, dude, I'm gonna go get them, I'm gonna make my legs better in 3 months, and I'm just like, you sir, ma'am, or you are a true warrior, because there's no way, if I broke my legs, my first reaction would be like, all right, cool, I'm just laying in bed for the next 8 months, yip, like, I would just, there's no way I could do anything like that. And if you didn't notice, I threw in the pronoun they. I know that's not proper English, but my God, today, you could never, pronouns are just so dangerous. I'm pretty sure. Look, people, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not the smartest man in the bunch. You probably have noticed that throughout the podcast, throughout the episodes. I'm not the smartest man. So yeah, I'm pretty sure, 99% sure that's what pronouns are: he, she, it, or they. And when you refer to the L's, the G's, the B's, or the T's, or the plus, they prefer, instead of just coming at them, right? Some of them like to be called they instead of a pronoun, and I get it, but I really don't. But I try to be respectful. If somebody wants to, I'm not a terrible person. I'm not one of those people who goes out there. It's like, you were born a man, then you should be a man. Or if you're born a woman, you should be a woman. Like, dude, I don't care, if you're a guy and you like girls, 100%, I agree with you, that's me. But if you're a guy who likes guys, dude, congratulations. Go out there, be yourself. The only time I'm going to have a problem with it is if I tell you, hey, man, I am not into guys, I'm happy for you, but I'm not into guys. And then that person and that dude just keeps coming on to me. That's when I'm going to start being like, hey, bro, back it up. Not into guys, just girls. Leave me alone, right? And I don't think that's rude. I don't think that's disrespectful. It's just what it is. It's just like, hey, man, you gotta respect other people's feelings, or like their comfort zone. That's what it is. We're talking about the bubble. Maybe that should be the title of the episode. Our bubble, today's bubble, my bubble, your bubble, the bubble. I don't know. Do you think you'd watch a podcast if it was titled Bubbles? I don't know. That's odd. I'll have to think about that. Okay, I'm 99% sure. I don't know if you can hear this on the recording, but I'm 99% sure my brother is taking a shower right now. It is currently 3:58 in the afternoon. It's a little early for showers. He must be a stinky boy. He's not, though. He doesn't go outside. I mean, he's more of an indoorsman than I am, and I'm a pretty big indoorsman. But dude, I love showers. I mean, let's be real. If you don't like to take a shower, like I don't know. I would have to send you to a mental facility just because, dude, you can do so much. Like you're okay. First off, right? Showers are great because you can have cold water, warm water, whatever what you're feeling, right? And then nowadays, most people, I do myself. The first time I started doing this, it changed my whole shower experience. I started bringing music in there with me, right? So I'd get a speaker, and I'd just jam out to some music, right? And it's like people love jamming out to music in their car, right? Now we have that area, right, of our car. I love jamming out to music in my car, right? Now I can take that and I could put it in my shower. Loving this. I am loving this shower activity just because, there's nobody in there. It's just you. You're just enjoying yourself just like you are in your car. And bam, you got your music. I mean, I've had and there's got to be people out there, right? When you're in the shower, you're having full-on, arguments just because, hey, this is what Trina said today at the office, and then you let we're on YouTube, so I can't curse. You let that girl Trina know that she can't talk to me that way. I don't know why I'm a woman in this example, but hey, you let that girl know she can't talk to me like that. I'm going to take the hoops out and I'm going to whoop her. Almost cursed there. Can't curse. It's going on YouTube. I mean, I can't even make money on YouTube right now. I'm really just doing it for the you people, my fans, my followers. Love you guys to death. Just appreciate you so much. I checked out the YouTubes today, and it was just you gotta have 1,000 followers, and you gotta have I think it was 12 hours of recorded video, something like that. Dude, it's something crazy. And I was just wow, I have no idea. I'm applying for a job, right? Trying to get a job at the local store in town that's very popular. So if I get that job, right, I'll be having a steady flow of money. If not, podcast is my option. I tried to do that first, hoping that this would blow up. I could make money off YouTube, and then have a little cash. Parents would stop getting at me, and I would just enjoy myself because I do enjoy talking. I if you don't notice, I enjoy talking a lot. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you though. Big shout out to all the healthcare professionals out there who are treating COVID-19 or fighting COVID-19. Corona, for anybody who doesn't know what that is. COVID-19 is Corona. Not the drink, the disease. But, dude, I am absolutely loving the fact that I have an extra day. Well, not an extra day. I got an extra week of spring break. And dude, I'm loving it. I am binging shows left and right. Let me tell you about this show that I'm watching right now, alright? Now, this is crazy. I'm not going to try to spoil it, right? My friend Lana, she recommended this show to me. And I saw an ad for this show, and my knee-jerk reaction was wow, this is the dumbest show I've ever seen in my whole life. And I watched the show, and my God, it is absolutely wild. So basically, the premise of the show, it's called is Love Blind, and it's basically they got people in these pods, and they got 10 days to talk to each other, and they're single, right? Of course, it's a dating show. They got 10 days to talk to each other, feel each other out, ask each other questions, connect, all that, blah, blah, blah. And then they can ask, because it's a man and a woman, very stereotypical if I do say so myself. It's a man and a woman, and they can't see each other. It's just the voice, and it's just the words that they say, and it's just they fall in love with the person, who they are, and the individual, and then whenever they propose to them, whatever, then they meet for the first time in person, after already being married. They are married before they ever see each other in person. That is absolutely wild to me. Okay, not because don't I don't want any people out there saying, Ben, you only care about the outer. No, that's not true at all. But the people that they put on this show, these people are they're gorgeous. I mean, all the women out there are beautiful in their own right. I wouldn't prefer some of them, but some of them are like absolutely great. And, not going to speak about the men. The men are all, respective men in their own right. I can't speak on if a man is good looking or not. There's so many people who I think I'm way better looking than, but they get cuter. I don't want to say that. The cuter girls like them more than I don't know how to say. Basically, I'm not a good judge of how males look because I think I look better than some people, and then they get more girls than I do, and I disagree. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, that's basically the premise of the show. They never see their significant other until they're married. And like once they propose and they say yes, that's when they get to meet face to face. And I mean, dude, it's absolutely wild. I mean, first off, okay, there's a guy in here, Baird's my bro. All right, he's a real bro, man. Like he's a dude that I can bro out with, right? Like that's my guy, right? In the first part of the show, he was cracking jokes. Everybody liked him. Everybody liked Barry. I think it's Barnett, actually, not Baird. Barnett. Everybody liked Barnett, right? And then Barnett while most people couldn't get one or only got one, Barnett got three. Okay, Barnett got three ladies to fall in love with him without ever meeting them. That is the type of personality this guy has. First off, absolute stud. Okay, my God, what a personality. Second, okay, this is what girl number one. I don't want to explain it because I don't want people. I want people to watch the show because is it quality? Probably not, but it's just absolutely wild. It's like I've never watched The Bachelor. I've seen clips of The Bachelor. I've never watched The Bachelor. I think this is what it is, except if The Bachelor never got to see who the girls were, they just had to go on personality, and then they're all the girls could talk about The Bachelor, and The Bachelor had no idea what they were talking about. That's basically it. Because at one point, Barnett says, it's like, hey, I'm thinking about marrying you. But now, mind you, this is probably only 4 days in, right? He was just like, dude, we've been talking, I'm thinking about marrying you. And then this girl's just like, oh my God, I can't believe he just said that. Girl, let me come tell you this. And this girl had already come out and said, look, it's Barnett or bust, right? And then, Barnett, like a reasonable man, right, when he's deciding, hey, who am I going to live with for the rest of my life, right? That's a pretty big decision, if I do say so myself. This man she asked him, she was just like, hey, are you still thinking that, we're going to get married? And he's just like, no, I'm not 100% there. And she just loses it. She's just like, you're an F-boy, you don't know what you want. And I'm just like, and me personally, I'm on Barnett's side. I'm just like, yo, bro, this is your rest of your life, right? You can't this is not just, knee-jerk reaction. Maybe in that moment he was just like, yeah, I can marry her, but he's just like, yo, I still want to work everything out. No, she absolutely loses it, cuts him off, and then goes back to this other guy. And this other guy, this whole time, he's been really pissed off that Barnett's been stealing this girl that Barnett just pissed off, right? And so he's just like, yo, I'm not a second option, because they do personal interviews, because all these stupid shows, they do those personal interviews way after the fact. I don't even know how they do it. I'm pretty sure, because there's no way that event happens, they cut, and then they go ask them this question, right? I'm pretty sure, they gotta go through the day, and then at the end of the day, boom, they ask them these questions. But either way, this guy's like, yo, I'm not a second option. And then she comes crawling back to him after she left him for Barnett. But then Barnett was just like, yo, I'm not 100% sure. She left, comes back to this guy. And this guy's just like, of course. Of course I'll take you back. I know the whole show I've been saying that I'm not a second option. But of course, come. I will be your second option. And I respect that man. Because he knows. Yo, I don't want anyone else. He was just like, this is the one. He's like, I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to be the second option. That's how I know that he really fell in love with that girl. I mean, I'm not all the way finished with the series. It's like 11 episodes. They're all an hour long, I think, or like close to like 50 minutes. I mean, they're long episodes, man. But I mean, dude, it's just absolutely insane. And yeah, it goes on from there. So go watch the show. It's on Netflix. Love is Blind. It's absolutely wild. We've been going here for a little minute, guys. And this is definitely going to be a longer podcast just because it is audio. I'm not cutting it up. There aren't going to be any clips just because I have no idea I have no idea where I was talking about. You know, like when I do the visual podcast. You know, I can look in the moments, you know, it speeds up the time, right? It speeds up the time where I can just look in the moments and I can see, who's doing what, and, you know, I can because, you know, we're all throwing our arms around, I can see everything that's going on. I can't do that here, and I mean, I hope to get this out to you guys today. It is Monday, March 23rd. Dating the video. Oh my god. What a man. But yeah, I hope to get this out to you guys today, possibly tomorrow if, you know, I'm editing it, and I don't like how it sounds, how it looks. I've been trying to, I've been thinking about doing an audio podcast for a long time. One, it's easier, it's better sound quality. If you can't tell, I'm very quality sensitive, you know, I like quality over quantity. So, I mean, if it's not good enough, well, I mean, I'm going to put this out regardless, but I do want the quality to be there, and I've tried to think about, you know, like dropping pictures in here, you know, here and there when I talk about a certain thing or a certain person, right? Just so you have something to look at. You're not looking at a black screen. Or, you know, if you're into that, you know, and you're still watching the podcast, thank you so much for watching, I might say. Thank you for coming on this journey. But, you know, I'm just trying to spruce it up for you here. And, you know, first and foremost, I'm gonna leave my social media. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it 100%. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna leave a link in my description. Just to my social media. So, like, if you see this and you want to talk to me, please talk to me. I'd love to get your opinions, or, you know, leave a comment in the video if you're more comfortable with that. You know, just talk to me. Just tell me, how do you think? What do you like? What do you don't like? You know, what do you want me to talk about? What do you don't want me to talk about? Do you prefer me with the crew? Do you prefer me without the crew? Now I'm just gonna let you know. If you prefer me without the crew, I mean, I'm sorry. The crew's gonna be here after this COVID-19 business, but I am eventually going to be leaving, and you know, like, I'm going to be leaving Florida, and I'm going to be going college elsewhere. So, I mean, the crew's going to change for a while. You know, there are going to be moments here and there where it's just me. But for the most part, there is always going to be crew with me. The crew can change. But one thing's for sure, you are going to hear the serenading voice on your videos, in front of your face. You know, just making the most of everything that's in front of us. You know, we're just trying to have a good time. I'm trying to enjoy your company. I hope you're enjoying mine. And I'm trying to do the best I can. That's all I'm guessing. Just trying to do the best that I can. Trying to put on a great show for you people. And just trying to be me at all times, you know? Like, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to be a character. I mean, I am a character, but I'm not going out of my way. I'm not insulting people unless they insult me, because look, I know how to roast. All right, I was born 2001. All right, I'm a 2000s baby. All right, I don't take no crap from no kid. All right, I'm not here for that. All right, double OG Ben Holzmeyer. All right, that's me. Okay, first off, foremost, let's get that clear. But I just, I'm just trying to do the best I can, and so that's where I'm at. That's what's going on today. It sounds like an ending to a video, but yeah. So 100%. Links are gonna be in the description of social media. Leave a comment. Let's try to work together to get this podcast better. I hope you've had a fantastic day. Please, if you enjoyed the podcast, please share it with people. Let's grow the community. Let's grow the crew. Every one of us is a part of the crew, and let's just try to get this better, man. There's no reason why we can't, blow this thing up and, just go on a wild time together. I feel like we can all do that. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. So, help a brother out. If you enjoyed the podcast, please let me know. Like the video, leave a comment. Follow me on my social medias down in the description. You click the little arrow on the bottom of the title of the video. I think we're gonna go with bubbles for the title of the video, just because you've entered my bubble. And yeah, man, just appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the time. Just, oh my god, almost 40 minutes. Dude, if you have made it to this point in the video, first off, I love you so much. Please, if you made it this far, please marry me. I know we haven't seen each other. This is just like the show. I know we haven't seen each other, but consider marriage with me if you've made it this far. But yeah, please tell your friends, let's grow the podcast. I hope you have a fantastic day. You're all wonderful people. Thank you, and I will see you later.